Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're unpacking an absolute paradigm shift in how we work. We're going to show you how to take your everyday workplace frustrations and turn them into custom software. And here's the kicker. We're doing it using just your words. Yeah, you heard that right. We're talking about building actual functional apps from scratch without knowing a single line of code. Let's get into it.
So think about a project you're working on literally right now. Have you ever caught yourself wishing there was an app to just handle the annoying parts for you? Resizing dozens of images for that monthly newsletter, or manually formatting endless columns of raw data for a weekly sync? Those tedious tasks just eat up hours of your week. Normally, you'd probably just sigh and power through it, right? Because let's be real, hiring a developer or suddenly learning Python isn't exactly on your to-do list. But what if you could just tell your computer exactly what you want in plain English, and it just builds that specific tool for you? Up until now, most of us have just been users of AI. We chat with it to brainstorm, maybe ask it to draft a quick email, or get a first pass on a report. It's a quick back and forth to solve the immediate problem right in front of you. But today, we're shifting you from a user to a builder. We're going to look at how you can direct AI to build custom, repeatable software that's tailored exactly to your specific workflows. Solutions you can use again and again. It's a total game changer. Here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with what vibe coding actually is, meet the tech that makes it possible, check out some real-world examples, walk you through launching your first app, and finally, go over some best practices and pitfalls. All right, section 1. Welcome to vibe coding. Let's decode what this whole concept actually means for those of us without a computer science degree. The absolute most crucial point here is that vibe coding means you don't need to know a single programming language. None. You just act as the director. You simply explain the vibe of what you want to achieve using natural, everyday language. It's kind of like prompting, but with a much bigger end goal. You just describe what you need in plain English, detail your workflow, set some specific rules or constraints, and tell the AI the difference between a good result and a bad one. You basically become the director, the end user, and the quality tester of your very own personalized app. Moving right along to section 2, meet Agentic AI. Let's look at the actual engine powering this incredible shift in how we get things done. So, the engine behind all of this is a concept called Agentic AI. And this type of AI goes way, way beyond just spitting out text in a chat window. It literally takes action on your behalf. When you type out your request using normal, non-technical words in an environment like Google AI Studio, the Agentic AI handles all the heavy lifting. It writes the code, builds the visual interface, connects the back-end logic, and makes sure the whole shebang works together perfectly. And you just sit back and supervise the construction. Okay, section 3, see it in action. Let's see what this actually looks like in the real world with 3 practical examples built by Amar, who is the product and design lead on Google AI Studio. He actually used vibe coding to solve his own daily workflow headaches. Amar's first creation was something he called the tiebreaker. He built this app to structure tricky decisions, like say whether to offer a freemium plan for a software product or just charge a flat $20 a month. By vibe coding, he built an interface with custom input boxes and buttons for different types of analysis. The AI works entirely behind the scenes to analyze the options on the fly, and then instantly spits out structured pros and cons lists or beautifully formatted comparison tables right inside the app he just spun up. It's super smart. Next up is a marketing materials generator. Imagine you've got a concept for some augmented reality glasses, but you need your whole team to visualize the campaign. Amar simply described the product to his app and used natural language to set some strict boundaries. For example, he explicitly told the AI ensure absolutely no people are in the shot, so the focus remains on the product. He even specified the exact AI model to use under the hood, like Gemini 2.5 Flash. In seconds, the app mocked up custom billboard ads, newspaper spreads, and social media posts exactly to his specs. No Photoshop required. And this third example takes things even further. It's an interactive dashboard. Amar literally just dragged and dropped a raw CSV file of sales data directly into Google AI Studio and asked it to visualize the numbers. The AI automatically generated a fully interactive dashboard with pie charts, line charts, and dynamic filters, stuff he didn't even explicitly ask for. And you know what's even cooler? If you don't like how something looks, you can literally draw on the app. Like you can circle a dashboard card, write "make this white," and the AI updates the code instantly. Mind-blowing, right? All right, let's jump to section 4, idea to working app. This is your blueprint for moving from a totally blank screen to a working application.
So to figure out if your idea is ready for vibe coding, you really need to run it through this exact step-by-step checklist. First up, identify a specific workflow pain point. Now, we're not talking about a massive, world-changing software suite here, just a targeted daily problem. Second, can you outline the steps to solve it manually? Third, do you have consistent inputs and outputs? And fourth, check for low complexity. Vibe coding works best for apps that can operate independently, meaning they don't need deep, complex API access to highly secure external databases or tangled company legacy systems. Keep it contained.
Amar actually used that exact checklist to build his own meeting agenda creator. His pain point? Having back-to-back meetings without any time to prep. By clearly defining his parameters in plain English, he directed the AI to take any raw markdown file or messy project document and instantly format it into a beautifully structured 30-minute meeting plan. The app automatically extracts summaries, identifies the key stakeholders, and times each section out perfectly. The input is always a document, the output is always an agenda, and the complexity? Beautifully low.
Now for Section 5, Best Practices and Pitfalls. Before you rush off to build your first masterpiece, we really need to talk about the reality of what happens when things inevitably break. Because trust me, they will break.
I absolutely love this quote from Amar. Coding is a lot about perseverance. You will find moments where it just doesn't work. Just send it back to the model. This perfectly normalizes failure. Look, when you vibe code, your app is going to crash occasionally. The model might get confused and use the wrong logic, or a button might just suddenly stop working. When this happens, a lot of people just throw their hands up and give up. But the secret is remembering that you are collaborating with the AI. You just have to persevere. Use natural language to tell the AI exactly what broke, and let it try again.
And honestly, here is the absolute best part for non-technical builders. When your shiny new custom app breaks, it usually spits out a giant wall of terrifying red tech jargon. Well, in tools like Google AI Studio, if you don't understand the jargon, you don't have to. You simply click the autofix button. You can literally watch as the model reads its own errors, diagnoses the problem, and rewrites the underlying code for you in real time. It's like having a senior developer sitting right there next to you fixing your typos. Finally, as you level up and become a master builder, you've got to practice responsible vibe coding. AI can sound incredibly confident, so you must always double-check its math and data interpretation. If the AI gets a little too creative and starts adding features you didn't ask for, just use natural language to rein it in. Tell it not to over-engineer the solution. Keep it simple. And most importantly, ensure absolutely no sensitive or private company information is exposed or required in your app. This is crucial because once your app is working, you can generate a custom link and share it with your entire team.
We have officially gone from being bogged down by repetitive, soul-crushing tasks to acting as powerful software directors. You now know how to describe your workflow, define your inputs, and collaborate with Agentic AI to code custom solutions. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. Take a look at your to-do list for this week. You have the vibe, so what will you build first?